All of you attention. Madam rides the bus, you see. In this lesson, there is a girl who experiences for the first time the joy of riding a bus all by herself without the company of any family members. Okay? So she's a small girl in her she's a teen only, 13 to 14 years. She was dreaming about taking a ride in bus for a long time, but she did not pick up the courage to approach her parents. Okay, might be because of many reasons that are not mentioned. And eventually, when she could gather some money on her own, she, without the knowledge of her mother, went ahead to take a ride in the bus. So she'll find today what made her take the ride and what did she experience in her journey all by herself, all alone. So let's study. You just look at the text. There was a girl named Valiamai who was called Vali for short. Okay, so Vali was the short name for the girl. Valiamai. Okay, so she was otherwise called Vali. She was 8 years old. 8 years old. Okay, she was only 8 years old and very curious about things. Her favorite pastime was standing in the front doorway of her house, watching what was happening in the street outside. There were no playmates of her own age on her street, and this was about all she had to do. As she was not having any playmate or any friend to spare her time with, therefore she spent her time, leisure time, in this manner. In what way? Standing in front of the doorway of her house and watching what is happening in the street outside. Next you see. But for Bali, standing at the front door was every bit as enjoyable as any of the elaborate games other children played. So she enjoyed, standing at the front door and watching the scene outside. Then might be playing with other friends. Watching the street gave her many new unusual experiences. Okay, as she was observing by standing at the front door, she could end up learning many new experiences. Okay, because it is said that if you observe things, minutely, in the process you learn many things. So she developed observational skill in the process, and let's see what kind of experiences also she gained by standing at the front door and observing the scene outside. Okay, let's find out what are these unusual experiences. See here, the most fascinating thing of all was the bus that traveled between her village and the nearest town. Okay, so she took interest in the process of observing outside in the bus that took the villagers from the village to the nearest town. Okay, so she found an interest in this bus. Why? What's so special about this bus? Let's find out. It passed through her street each hour. Every hour, it passed through her street. Once going to the town and once coming back. Okay, to and fro. Once going to the town and then coming back. Now, the sight of the bus, filled each time with a new set of passengers, was a source of unending joy for Bali. So what was the unending joy for Bali? Seeing different set of passengers every hour. Okay, boarding the bus, deboarding the bus while they are returning from the town. So this sort of experience of watching new faces gave her an unusual experience. Okay, let's see what happened afterwards. Day after day, she watched the bus. Day after day, she watched the bus, and gradually a tiny wish crept into her head. As she was observing the bus day after day, a tiny wish, a very small wish, took part in her mind. Okay? So what is that tiny wish? Let's find out. What's the tiny wish that gave rise to her mind? Let us find out. She wanted to ride on that bus, even if just once. Even for once, she wanted to ride that bus. Even for once, also she wanted to ride that bus, and that was the tiny wish that crept into her head and grew there. This wish became stronger and stronger until it was an overwhelming desire. This small wish kept growing and growing and growing till it became an overwhelming desire. Overwhelming desire means it became her absolute priority now. Okay, absolute desire. A small wish of taking a bus ride to her nearest town, okay, from many days together, gave rise to an absolute desire in her mind. Okay, so let's see what happens after that. Bali would stare wistfully at the people. Wistfully means longingly, very eagerly. Bali would stare wistfully at the people who got on or off the bus when it stopped at the street corner. Okay. Yes. Their faces would kindle in her longings. Longings means in her desire. Dreams and hopes. If one of her friends happened to ride the bus and tried to describe the sights of the town to her, Bunny would be too jealous to listen and would shout in English, "Proud, proud." Neither she nor her friends really understood the meaning of the word, but they used it often as a slang expression of disapproval. Okay? Slang expression means informal words often used within a closed group. Okay? That is called slang expression. Okay. Now, over many days and months, Vali listened carefully to conversations between her neighbors and people who regularly used the bus. And she also asked a few discreet questions. Discreet means very careful questions she used to ask whenever she could hear the conversation among her neighbors. Okay, she used to listen very carefully, and she used to ask some discreet questions, like some careful questions she used to ask to the neighbors. Okay, like for example, this way she picked up various small details about the bus journey. So from the conversations among her neighbors, she could also pick up some minor details about the bus journey. Okay, she developed kind of many information. She got many information from their conversation. Okay, like let's find out some details. The town was 6 miles from her village. The fare was 30 paisa one way. So it's a story of old time. Okay, like pre-independence days. That is why that time the valuation of money was also very less. That is why 30 paise per side actually. Like if you are going to town, 30 paisa, returning 30 paisa. So 60 paisa. One trip would cost 60 paisa to a passenger. Okay. This is the information that she got. So 30 paisa per side, and the nearest town was 3 miles, 3 kilometers or 6 miles from our village. 6 miles and 30 paisa. This was the information that she could gather, which is almost nothing at all. She heard one well-dressed man say, but to Bali, who scarcely saw that much money from one month to the next, it seemed a fortune. For Bali, it seemed a fortune because she is a small girl, she doesn't have money. So even 60 paisa appeared to be a fortune for her because she was a small girl and she did not have any money. Okay, next you see. The trip to the town took 45 minutes. right? 45 minutes. On reaching town, if she stayed in her seat and paid another 30 paisa, she could return home on the same bus. This meant that she could take the 1 o'clock afternoon bus, reach the town at 1:45 and be back home by about 2:45. Okay, so it's a halt for around 15 minutes there. Okay, so she was planning, if I board the bus one day at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, then by 2:45 I can be back. Okay, why is she planning at 1 o'clock? That will come to know later. Okay, at a particular time when why is she opting for? Okay, now what kind of information she got? 6 miles is the nearest town, 30 paisa each side, and it takes around 45 minutes to reach the nearest town. Right. After knowing this much of information, she planned one day a trip to a bus ride to the nearest town, and selected 1 o'clock time, okay, to be her preferred time of journey. Okay, let's find out why. On and on went her thoughts as she calculated and recalculated, planned and replanned. Then you see, one fine spring day, the afternoon bus was just on the point of leaving the village. Just on the point of leaving the village and turning into the main highway, when a small voice was heard shouting, "Stop the bus, stop the bus," and a tiny hand was raised, commanding. So the bus slowed down to a crawl, and the conductor, sticking his head out of the door, said, "Hurry then, tell whoever it is to come quickly." Then Wali said, "It means Wali has already decided and she has planned, and then eventually she is taking the bus ride." Okay, so she waited at the bus driver. He stopped the bus, and as she was very small, therefore the bus conductor thought that there might be some more people with her. That is why he said, "Tell others to come quickly." Okay, then she said, "It's me," shouted Wali. "It's me only." Understood? There is no one else with me. It's me only. I am the one who has to get on. By now, the bus had come to a stop, and the conductor said, "Oh, really? You don't say so." "Yes, I have to go. Yes, I simply have to go to town," said Wali, still standing outside the bus. "And here is my money." She showed him some coins. So she might have thought the bus conductor might not allow me to get into the bus because I am a small girl. That is why, in anticipation, what she did was she showed some coins to the conductor so that he is convinced that she has some money to pay for the bus ride. Okay. Now you see. Ready? What happened?
Start.
You listen to what I'm saying.
Yes, sir, I am listening.
Okay. Now you see. Then what happened? You see. Okay. But first you must get on the bus. First you must get on the bus, said the conductor. And he stretched out a hand to help her up. "Never mind," she said. "I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me." Okay. So she appeared to be very much mature, telling the conductor that you don't have to help me, I can help myself. Okay, I can get into the bus all by myself. The conductor was a jolly sort. He was a cheerful person, fond of joking. "Oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine madam." Okay, so he was also very affectionate to the little girl, saying that, "Please don't be angry with me, my fine madam." He said, "Here, have a seat right up there in front. Have have a seat right up there in front of the bus. Have a seat there in front, right in front, here. Here, have a seat right up there in front. Everybody move aside please. Make way for madam. So, fondly or affectionately he addresses the small girl Boli as madam. Listen, it was the slack time of day. Slack time means when there is no rush of people. Slack time means there is no rush of people in the bus. So 1 o'clock was the slack time of the day, and there were only 6 or 7 passengers on the bus. They were all looking at Bali and laughing with the conductor. Bali was overcome with shyness, avoiding everyone's eyes. She walked quickly to an empty seat and sat down. So as everyone started looking at her with interest, how come a small girl would board the bus and is going to the town all by herself? So everybody's attention was turned to her, but Boli did not give attention to them. She went and occupied a seat all by herself. Now, let's see what happens. May we start now, madam? The conductor asked, smiling. Then he blew his whistle twice, and the bus moved forward with a roar. The bus moved forward with a roar. Now the bus started. It was a new bus. Its outside painted a gleaming white with some green stripes along the sides. Inside, the overhead bars shone like silver. Directly in from front of Bali, above the windshield, there was a beautiful clock. The seats were soft and luxurious. So, the description of the bus is given, as well as what is there inside the bus is also mentioned here. Now, let's see what happens to Bali. What kind of new experience she gathers by taking a ride in this bus. Let's find out. It was a new bus. Its outside painted a gleaming white. This over, na? Okay. Bali devoured everything with her eyes. Bali devoured everything with her eyes means she could see everything with her eyes. But when she started to look outside, she found her view cut off by a canvas blind that covered the lower part of her window. So she stood up on the seat and peered over the blind. Okay? Peered over the blind. The bus was now going along the bank of a canal. The road was very narrow. On one side there was the canal, and beyond it, palm trees, grassland, distant mountains, and the blue sky. On the other side was a deep ditch, and then acres and acres of green fields, green, as far as the eye could see. Means here the experience of her outside view has been described. What kind of outside view was she going through? Okay, from the bus. So it was all greenery everywhere, all green cornfields, okay, everywhere. So here she is watching the outside view of the bus, okay, of nature, with all green, lush field around, okay, that has been described here. The bus was now going along the bank of a canal. The road was very narrow. On one side there was the canal, and beyond it, palm trees, grasslands, okay, all this. Oh, it was also wonderful. Suddenly, she was startled by a voice. Suddenly, a voice came in front of her. "Listen, child," said the voice. "You shouldn't stand like that. Sit down." Might be the girl was standing. So, the voice said, "You cannot afford to stand up in this manner. You have to sit down." Now see, who is that fellow? Sitting down, she looked to see who had spoken. Who had spoken? It was an elderly man who had honestly been concerned for her. It was an elderly man who had honestly been concerned for her, but she was annoyed by her attention. She was disturbed. Annoyed means she was disturbed by this attention, by his attention. There's nobody here who is a child. Why has she become annoyed by the address of an old man? Because why do you think she was annoyed by the address of an old man? Why? What is the reason after that?
Because there was no child.
No.
Because she was making her feel odd. Because the old man was
Okay, listen. Listen. Why was the girl annoyed when an old man addressed her? Because the old man addressed her as a child. And she thinks that she is no longer a child, she has grown up. That is why Bali became annoyed when the old man addressed her as a child. So, how do you know about this fact? We come to know about this fact when Bali responds to the address by the old man. So, see here, there is nobody here who is a child. From this address, from this response of Bali, we can understand that she became annoyed when the old man addressed her as a child. Okay? Next you see. There is nobody here who is a child. She said haughtily. Haughtily means proudly. I have paid my 30 paisa like everyone else. The conductor chimed in. He came forward. Oh, sir, but this is a very grown-up madam. Do you think a mere girl could pay her own fare and travel to the city all alone?
Yes.
No. Okay? Only a grown-up is capable of this. She has grown up now, she is no longer a child. So that is what the conductor says in support of the girl. Okay, the conductor said to the old man. Then Bali shot an angry glance at the conductor and said, I am not a madam, please remember that, and you have not yet given me my ticket. I remember, the conductor said, mimicking her tone. Everyone laughed and gradually Bali too joined at the laughter. The conductor punched a ticket and handed it to her. Just sit back and make yourself comfortable. Why should you stand when you have paid for a seat? Because I want to, she answered, standing up again. But if you stand on the seat, you may fall and hurt yourself when the bus makes a sharp turn or hits a bump. That's why we want you to sit down. Child. I am not a child. I think she got annoyed with the conductor. Now the conductor addresses her as a child. So she says, I am not a child, I tell you, she said irritably. I am 8 years old. Of course. How stupid of me. 8 years, my. The bus stopped. Some new passengers got on. And the conductor got busy for a time. Afraid of losing her seat, Bali finally sat down. An elderly woman came and sat beside her. Are you all alone, dear? She asked Bali as the bus started again. Bali found the woman absolutely repulsive. Repulsive means strong dislike. Okay, she developed a strong dislike for the woman who came down to sit near her and asked her, are you all alone? Okay, Bali became repulsive towards the woman because Bali became repulsive means Bali started disliking the woman. Okay, next. Bali found the woman absolutely repulsive. Such big holes she had in her earlobes and such ugly earrings in them. And she could smell the betel nut the woman was chewing and see the betel juice that was threatening to spill over her lips at any moment. Who would be sociable with such a person? So why did Bali develop a kind of annoyance for that lady? Because she was chewing pan, okay, and it appeared to be so dirty, okay, and it, it appeared to be so irritating to the little girl. Yes, I am traveling alone, she answered partly. Okay? Yes, she's on her way to town, said the conductor, with a 30 paisa ticket. Oh, why don't you mind your own business, said Holly. But she laughed all the same, and the conductor. But she laughed at the same time, and the conductor laughed too. But the old woman went on with her drivel. Drivel means silly nonsense. Okay. Is it proper for such a young person to travel alone? Do you know exactly where you are going in town? What's the street? What's the house number? You needn't bother about me. I can take care of myself, Vali said, turning her face towards the window and staring out. Vali said, I can take care of myself, so you do not need to give me any piece of advice. And then she turned her face towards the window and started staring outside. Okay, this is how she somehow got rid of that old woman. Okay, now all of you open the first set of questions from the very beginning, oral comprehension chat, and start answering me whatever I question. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow, dear students, with the lecture.